Welcome back to the program. Glad you're with us this morning. We're slowly working our way through. Say good morning to my good buddy, Big Pappy, Sir Alice Pappy. How you doing, brother?
What
Nice.
is up, Sock? I am doing better than your toe.
Well, sadly, I hope that's not saying much, but I hope so.
Yes, I am not broken.
Oh, well, that's
How
good.
are you feeling? I mean, that's
You know, there are two times of the day that are incredibly painful. The morning when I put the sneaker on, and the night when I take the sneaker off. Only because feel like I need some protection around it. It's definitely healing. I'm definitely better than it was. But thank you for asking.
well, yeah. I hate to see you injured, but you still got that amazing sock smile, even when you're injured. I gotta tell you, man,
Well, thank you, brother.
you are positive incarnate.
We try every day,
That's
and
it.
it's just great. I can't believe that Halloween is going to be here.
That was a quick 30 days. This is my last week.
Oh,
This is it.
it goes so fast.
It does. And after having been gone 10 years,
Yeah.
it was it was just remarkable. I mean, we're coming up on Halloween. It's going to be exciting. I know we're going to talk about that, but it was a heck of a time this last bit. I just seeing the to not have been here 10 years and then see
How
so
it-
many people that remember you or that you impacted in some way, and they, of course, they impacted you. And
Without a doubt.
the type of shows you deliver. I've always left the island. I always leave St. Martin going home a better person. This is truth.
Yeah.
I always leave home, and those relationships, seeing the Bruno family, or seeing, meeting some of the new people, and we developed a new tradition, and that is that as the night ended and it was somebody's time to go home, we got everybody up on stage, and who that graduating class was. And when I lit up the stage, and then I come up and I take my cell phone and I take a picture with them as the to be continued photo. And then everybody starts handing me their phone, and I do it with everybody's phone. So then everybody's on their Instagrams. Post. I said, you got to post this on Instagram,
I love it.
and you got to be like Big Pappy and Red Piano. So it's become special. So
That's very cool. Very cool. It's amazing the connections you make, right?
uh,
And they last forever.
they really do, and you meet people that also met other people. Like there was, one couple that's like, "Hey, our friends are coming in." It's like, "Oh, our friends from Jersey or New York or Boston, where like 80% of the people come from here." But they're like, "No, I mean, yeah, they live over there in that area, but we met them 15 years ago here. We met them at Princess Casino, 20 years ago, and
Yeah, unbelievable.
they've been our friends to this day."
Pretty amazing.
And it's just amazing, that
Yeah.
you can meet somebody on a beach or at a roulette table or
I have
red
friends.
piano.
I have friends that were like the children of my parents' friends. For like the last that we all met here.
Wow.
Like 30 years ago, and it's pretty amazing, huh?
That is neat. I just started seeing that where I met the parents that had the timeshare that was developed here,
Mhm.
and then their friends, and then their kids are now in their 50s, and I met them. And then now the great, and I don't know if it's showing how old I'm getting, but now I'm performing where the grandkids are coming in, that the grandkids are now in their 30s.
But they all know the music.
Do they know the music?
Don't you know? It's pretty cool.
They know the music, It's like Frankie G used to say, it's really the same 33 songs, Pap. It's 33 songs. You play them 33 and you're going to be fine.
Yeah, it's
He
true.
would always say it.
It's true.
And I would always hate it. I'd be like, no, I'm going to play Cage for the Elephant and Death Cab for Cutie. And I'm going to, and it would never resonate.
Yeah.
It might get a little glimmer, but you play that Don't Stop Believing, Brown Eyed Girl, Peaceful, Easy Feeling, Desperado. You play Sweet Caroline, Piano Man. I mean, you're in,
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's funny, I don't ever like to think about when the time is going to come when I won't be sitting behind this microphone. But
yeah.
what you made me think about this morning was the conversations, the relationships that you develop.
Yeah.
In my case, over the airwaves, you
Sure,
on the
sure.
stage, and when those stop, it's a pretty powerful thing. I can't imagine not being here, which I guess is a good thing.
I've thought about that, and that's why when I do my shows, I really have mentally and meditatively have always told myself that I do every show like it's the last one, and I leave every room like it's the last time I'll see it. And even when I'm doing 6 days a week, each day that I've walked out of Red Piano, I turn and look at the room and I look at it and I just take it in. I taught my kids a long time ago. I said, your job is to fight as hard as you can against any debilitation that'll take your memory away. Now, you're not always going to win, and there's some things out there that are just going to stop you, and there's nothing you can do. But until that day, what I taught them was every time in your life you're in something special, I want you to stare at something. I want you to look at it intently, knowing its colors, knowing its feel and its smell. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and breathe out. And as you breathe out, slowly open your eyes, and you will lock that memory in for life. It's the database of good. And I'm filled with, I'm a supercomputer up there of databases of good that I've collected over 25 years of playing. And some of those best databases are right here in St. Martin. So without a doubt, thank you, Island. Thank you, Island, for that.
It's a pretty special place.
It is, and I've played other islands, and it's more special than those islands, and I really mean that. I'm not going to name the islands so they don't, whatever.
Don't want to get anybody upset. Don't want to hurt any feelings.
But it really is, and I know a lot of people feel that way about St. Martin, is that you guys, between the locals and the Americans that become locals, the Dutch that have become locals, the French that have become locals, you guys have done such a great job of making people feel something that is impactful for life. And whether it's you on the airwaves and the piano players, my brothers and sisters there, all the staff that's ever worked at Red Piano, the people at Cappuccino, the people at, La Sucreria, all of it it's all connected and symbiotic. That's why I'm such a geek with Star Wars. It's the Force.
Well, no, you're absolutely right.
It really is.
And I think that the older we get, I hate to say it, the more we appreciate those interconnections and those relationships. Because, as a 30-something or an early 40-something, I didn't get it, right?
Yeah.
It was all about me.
Yeah.
And now, all these years later, I think you have a broader perspective. I think we all do for everything around us and how it all comes together.
Well, the biggest memories that lock in, and some of your biggest successes don't even happen till after their 50s because it doesn't all lock in.
Right.
We're almost in a wonderment of carnivalistic things that happen to us, and so what happens when you went to you, like, it's cotton candy, it's the dog, it's this, it's the ride, I want to go here and I want to go there and I want to do this, and it's about me on the ride, it's about me eating the thing and drinking the thing and having the thing. And then all of a sudden you don't go to carnivals forever, and what do you remember? The specialness of it. It's then when you remember and go, God, I miss the smell. The first time I smelled peanuts, the first time I rode a roller coaster, that first cotton candy.
You know what? It's funny you bring up carnival. Like one of the things I still love to do, and I try and do this every summer when I'm visiting family in Connecticut, is I love to go one of the big state fairs, the town fairs, or one of they'll have a big in the next town over from where I grew up in Milford in the summer, but the next town over, Orange, has a big volunteer firemen's carnival. Which is just a big fundraiser for the volunteer fire department. But all of the food vendors are there where they make, it's fried dough with tomato sauce or butter and sugar and cinnamon on it,
Yeah.
And there's nothing special about it except it's that childhood memory and smell and taste that you just go back. It's part of the relationship, right?
When I do things like that, like you're talking about, I'm not there in the moment of now. I'm literally walking around to a past museum of thoughts that gave me all my tickles.
Yeah.
And we talked about it last time we were together, is that it's amazing how the smells and the feels, like the kitchen as a kid growing up. And then you're talking about, look how many times we go back to our senses. And I think that's what happens after 50. I think you get locked into your senses. You almost go, okay, I've collected quite a few. I'll still collect some more. But boy, did I really collect a rubric of solid sensory input. I'd like to reflect on that now.
Experiences in relationships and all,
Yeah,
and
the
smells
relationships,
and it's funny because when I look back at all of the decades, right? I look at my 20s, my 30s, my 40s. I'm going to be 59 in March, right?
Wow.
And I can't believe that my 50s are almost over. That's a little frightening.
That's crazy.
But when I look at all of the decades, I think my 50s are my favorite so far.
I'm 50. I'll be 53 in February, and I can tell you without a doubt that they are mine. I read something. I'm always reading, but I read something the other day, and it said if you're in your 50s, and it said whether you're 50 or 59, and if there's any impatience or regret you have, or disappointment, imagine your age at 75 or 92, and that 75 or 92 is saying, if I only had 25 or 40 years again.
Yeah.
And yet you're right there.
Right.
And so guess what? Shut it all off, reopen, and make these next 25 years the best of your life.
Exactly.
And that's exactly the way I look at it. And
that's
just
my
say,
plan.
Well, that's it. And I mean, like, I'm in the process of that right now. I can't tell you how many times I rebuilt myself as an entertainer and as a person. I've been 215-pound boxer knocking people out. I got knocked out by a truck and became 408 pounds. I didn't do things right. I did do things right.
Did you ever think after all these years you would stay in the piano world as long as you've been in the piano world?
It's weird because there's a point where you go like, there's an evolution. I've had a different take than some, and my friend Susan, who I'm going to talk about, is in that boat with me. We are surrounded by a lot of people that sit there and go like, well, I'm only in dueling pianos or solo piano shows because, but I'm going to go get the record. I'm going to go get this and this. For people like Susan and I, we were thankful from day one. Mm. And so the fact that it happened, I mean, I'm actually surprised that people stay tuned and listen to me. I was just
I asked that
wow,
question.
I'm still interesting to you? Interesting.
Well, that's the thing. I say that every morning when I start the radio show. It's like people are actually listening. I'm like, and I spend 4 hours a day in a room that's mostly padded alone.
Yeah.
So when you put all of that together, it really causes me to have pause, that people think it's funny and interesting and actually listen all the time.
Yeah.
And in the very beginning, people would say, oh, I don't like what you said, or I don't like what he said, or I don't like what song he played, or I don't like his opinion on that topic. And I'm like, you know what? That bothered me a lot in the beginning. And then early on, I think I built that thick skin that said, you know what? Not everybody's going to like every song I sing, every song I play, or everybody's going to like every song you perform. They may or may not like my opinion, but at the end of the day, that's what makes us all different. That's what makes it interesting. And if you really don't like it that much, well, then, pick another station.
Yeah.
Right? Is my answer. Don't come in to see the show. And lo and behold, people still keep coming back all these years. And I think it's because people like him, we're true to ourselves.
Well,
that's what they come. That's what they come to see.
I think if you're true to yourself and true to your craft, it's undeniable. I mean, everybody that knows what their purpose is and then has a plan and a blind fire to keep going after it, there's no regrets there. I walk into this 25-year career and 30% of my song list is mandated. It's like Piano Man, Brown Eyed Girl, The Joker, Don't Stop Believing, and so like I don't even have a choice. They're like, you're gonna play that, right? Rocket Man, Benny and the Jets, you're gonna play that, right? You're gonna play, yeah, I got you. Hey, I got you. You're gonna do an Elvis song, yeah. And then the nice part is there's another 70% of the show. They're like, okay, thanks for that. Now what are you gonna give us?
Well, yeah.
Here it is.
Exactly.
100%.
100%. Let me do this. Let me take a quick commercial break. At 10:48, we'll play one song. I know you may think I'm going to go down the list of the ones that have to be on your list because they have to be on ours too.
Yeah.
But, and then we'll see where we go.
Perfect.
Next. More with my buddy Pepe Sorellis right after this commercial break. Please stay with us. 10:48 as we work our way through the morning together. I am never good natured before coffee in the morning, so don't ever pretend that that's the case. My buddy, Big Pappy, is in the studio. You can see him at Red Piano tonight. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. And he's there until, well, through the 31st, through Halloween. And so, Pappy, tell me, what we have I have time for a little bit of discussion and one more song.
Yes.
That was on your list of songs that you wrote. But I picked this one because I think it's important and it really kind of goes towards what we were talking about before.
Yeah.
But tell me about Halloween, the Halloween Bash at Red Piano. What's happening? Who's coming? What are we doing?
Well, I got to tell you, right now, one of the biggest explosions is getting ready to happen on Halloween, and that thing is going to pop out and be that not only is just truly Big Pappy going to be there bringing the big pappiness of the freight train from the Ukraine, but then hurling this way right now from Arkansas is a tornado tsunami of Cliff and Susan, and they are coming down to land it down proud and big. It is going to be redneck, hillbilly love. I mean, because I'm originally from Oklahoma, they're from Arkansas, so you're gonna get, you're gonna get the Oklahoma sauce. You know, you're gonna get the Arcahoma. You're gonna get all of it blended together, and it's just powerful because you rarely get dueling pianos on this island. So just the fact that you're gonna have dueling pianos, the fact that we're gonna sound like a full band because of Cliff. You know, Susan and I come from a deep dueling piano background, and you know, with Cliff's musicianship, which is this otherworldly. You know, this is a time when if you want the fun of the solo piano show or the uniqueness of that, but the power of dueling pianos and a band and a DJ and a big time vaudeville show, this is everything. Along with costumes and people looking like monsters. You got monsters on stage playing hard, and you're gonna have all kinds of crazy stuff running around as well.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it happens.
It's already decorated. It looks beautiful in there.
Ah, cool. Cool. What's your costume going to be?
Well,
or are you not allowed to say?
No. Well, you know, Susan's like, hey, y'all, I got a great idea. Here's what we're going to do. What if, and just work with me here, because our two favorite kinds of music is country and Western, and what if we just dress in country and Western get-up? So yeah.
So in other words, Susan's going to come dressed in her usual attire.
Yeah. I'm gonna doctor it up a little bit, but it's like
funny.
I think it's making room for Susan's colorful boots that she bought. She has an amazing boot collection.
That's true.
So I did tell her that she needs to bring the red boots.
The red boots.
Yeah.
Is she going to bring? Is she bringing the guitar? I like when she brings the guitar.
I think she's bringing the guitar. All I told her that when we had our interview last week with each other on the Facebooks of Faces or whatever, is that I just want to do a portion of the show where Cliff is on my lap, and then I get to do so. Yeah, I want to hold Cliff. He's just this tiny little thing with Big Pappy. I want little Cliff on my lap, and I'm gonna just do something with him. I'll just hold him in this arm, hold him, and play the right hand. It's gonna be beautiful. You know?
Oh, Cliff. Oh, what can I say? Poor Cliff. Cliff, run!
He's super not excited about. No, he is. He was.
Cliff's a good guy. Cliff's a good guy. All the way around, of course.
All the way around.
The Halloween Bash at Red Piano, Friday, August 31st. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. Big Pappy and Cliff and Susan are going to take you into the Halloween experience like you've never, ever seen it before.
And I would definitely suggest for this show here, because a lot of people are already talking about it, Red Piano, SXM.com to get your reservations and stuff. So make sure you got your seat because it's gonna be
full.
Packed. Yeah. So redpianoxsm.com, and I'm sure you can get that stuff at the
come see you.
Website.
Come see you tonight.
Come see me, and I'll tell you more about it.
Deal.
I'll sing your favorite country or Western songs, or if you want Ukrainian polka, I can do that too.
Ukrainian polka. I love it. I love it. So I decided I'm gonna pick one off the list from Journey because, you know. I think all of the heartfelt stuff we were talking about before really reminds me that we should never stop believing.
Well, as long as you're faithfully with that, and then we can go our separate ways, you know, I understand.
Here we go. Last one on today's show.
The journey begins.
Pappy, thanks, brother.
Thank you, Sock.